Now back to school season also means soup season. So today I'm sharing with you 20 of my top Instant Pot soup recipes. I hope you guys are ready for this. Let's just jump right in.
So I pushed the little saute button. There we go. About maybe 5 minutes ago or so. So this is starting to get nice and hot. So I'm just gonna add about 2 teaspoons of olive oil. I never measure my olive oil. As long as it kind of covers the bottom, you should be good. Okay, then I cut up an onion. Half an onion right now. And then you can hear me over this. This is a teaspoon of garlic. There we go. Okay, and we're just gonna saute this for just a little bit. Usually, you'd wait a few minutes to let the onions get really soft, but we're just gonna continue on. Okay, I did cheat. After these take about 5 minutes to cook through, then you'd usually add your meat and brown your meat in with it. But because I'm gonna save a few minutes, I already browned it. Don't be mad at me, I did it on the stove top, but you can easily do it in your Instant Pot just at the same time your onions are going. So I'm just gonna dump that in. We'll pretend that I sauteed it in the Instant Pot. So this is 2 pounds of, I had a lot of people wanting some ground beef recipes. Now, my 13-year-old daughter, she struggles with ground beef. So this is ground turkey, but you can easily use ground beef. So usually you'll just brown your meat in here until, you can do it until it's all the way cooked through, or if there's just a little bit of pink, that's okay, because it's gonna cook in the Instant Pot too. So we'll just let it be. Okay, if you can see this, onions are mixed, meat ready to go. It calls for 2 pounds, so it's a lot of meat. So if you don't want that much meat, you can easily just do 1 pound. We're gonna add 3 peppers. I cut these up so you didn't have to see me cut, because, you know, I'm not the best at cutting. I'm a mom. I never went to school for it, so I cut really bad. Anyway, 3 peppers. Different colors, you can add whatever you want. My family does not love green peppers, so I don't use a lot of those, so red and yellow is our favorite here. Next, we're gonna add like 2 to 3 cups of chopped cauliflower. Now, if you don't like the cauliflower rice, you can easily add in just normal rice, but I really like the cauliflower. My kids can't really tell a difference. 2 to 3 cups of this. I love how it's already pre-cut because chopping cauliflower is great. It just takes a lot of time, and I don't have a ton of time now, so this doesn't get any burned on the bottom. We're gonna add 4 cups of beef broth. I love buying these because it's automatic with 4 cups. I don't have to measure anything, I just dump it all in. Next, we're gonna add a can of green chilies. I just love green chilies, and I love it with peppers, so throw in one of those in too. So now we have 1 can of tomato sauce, if you love tomato sauce. Then we have some fire roasted tomatoes. Now, sometimes it's a little hard, at least right now, to find certain things. So fire roasted tomatoes were super hard to find in my grocery store. So I got crushed tomatoes. Usually if you don't want fire roasted, you could just use diced tomatoes, but I'm using crushed. And then we're just gonna add a 1/2 cup of coconut milk. So this makes it nice and creamy, but without all the calories of like cream. So I'm just gonna add about 1/2 cup here. Okay, then we just need a few spices. So we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and then 1 teaspoon of basil. Love adding the seasonings there. And then just kind of salt and pepper to taste, however you guys like. The good thing is you can always add more seasoning when it's done cooking. We're just gonna mix this together. If you can see, I'm like right at the top. There is enough liquid in here that it will pressurize without burning, which is my favorite, but also is not super, super thin. So it'll be good. I'm excited. Okay, so because you've already cooked the meat, we're just gonna do the pressure cook. There it is. Oh, pause 1 second. We need to push cancel because the saute button's on. Now we can push pressure cook. Because everything is pretty much already cooked, I would say cook it for about 7 minutes, because 6 or 7, because it is thick. It's gonna take a while to cook. So we're gonna cook for 7 minutes, let it sit here for a little bit, and yeah, So this is my Instant Pot Duo Nova, so I don't have to turn the little knob. But if you do have a knob, make sure it's turned to the ceiling.